to be able to review it. Okay, with the agenda, let's go to duties and responsibilities. And if at any time you want to jump in, ask a question, add more detail, do that. Hi, Jane. Jane, would you introduce yourself?
Sure, it's a chance to reinvent myself. And with a name like Jane, I can be creative. So I'm Jane Darnell. I'm chair of the Jane Hammer Holgram program for Montana State Chapter, and this is my third year in that role. And I'm chapter president at Chapter BT here in Missoula as well.
All right. So we were just starting on the agenda items. So duties and responsibilities. I sent all the chairs your guidelines. If you did not get them, let me know. Make sure you read those thoroughly and follow them. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would encourage you to meet with your committees, probably by Zoom, since you're probably scattered across the state. And I would try and do that, at least 2 or 3 times during the year. And I know some of you will be meeting more than that. And take notes or minutes just to put into your binder so that when there's someone new on the committee, they know that they should be having regular meetings and just things that should be covered in your meetings. That's always helpful. You are responsible for a convention display, which I'm sure you know. The convention will be in Anaconda again this year. So if you were at convention, I'm assuming the convention displays will be in the same place they were this past June, which was a lovely space. And I just encourage you to be creative with it. You cannot use recipients' names in the display. You could figure up how much or how many recipients we've had and dollar amounts, but no names.
Excuse me. Well, that information, how can I access that information? The number of recipients, etc.
That's a very good question. So we are asking all of the international trustees to send us a list of chapters and the amounts awarded. We don't need names. We just want, the successful candidate chapters. Mm-hmm. So far, they're resisting. So yes, it doesn't make sense either. I agree. So that's why on the part of the agenda is that contact the local chapter chairs, maybe, closer to convention time, April, May, maybe. And just a mass email would be fine saying, please email me back if you had a successful candidate and how much were they awarded, and tell them you don't want to know the name. You just want, how many candidates they had or successful candidates and the amount awarded. Yeah. And that's the only way we're going to be able to do it for now.
Okay.
And so I would recommend keeping an ongoing list if you get information from chapters. And you can also ask if they have anybody they think would be a good project and action speaker. Okay. And then at that point, you would have to get a name.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about the, excuse me, the students that were just awarded. They're becoming incoming freshmen. Okay.
Right, yeah. Correct. Yes. Yeah, so if you can keep those lists going, that's will be helpful in the future also for future project and action. Finding those women to speak during convention, if you haven't
So-
on the list.
If
Yep.
we have someone who would be a good speaker at convention, which we do,
Oh,
our last star candidate
mhm.
was awarded the scholarship, and she is so mature and so amazing. And so the rest of the committee suggested that we contact someone about having her speak at convention.
Okay,
So who should I pass that name along to?
me.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that's great.
That's for the Star Scholar. For Star?
Yes.
Excellent, because I really had we were trying to get someone that we had, and we had like the last 5 successful candidates, and one of them was in Germany, one of them was in another foreign country, another one was at Yale and was caught in that not knowing her future because of the cuts. And wow, I
Right.
thought, well, they were good candidates, but
Yeah, not available.
not available.
And we love to have them in person. And the sisters across the state love to hear from them in person, but we know that's not always realistic. So, if we can have them in person, fantastic, but video is okay also. So,
Could we have somebody who might have spoken last year? If we can't find anybody else?
if we can't find anybody else,
Because we have
Probably.
Alan Dillon. who-
probably.
Yeah, so, okay.
Mhm.
I'm
But-
thinking of, we had a candidate last year that got both PCE and ELF.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
would that be something we'd like to
yes.
perhaps hear? And her mother is a
Absolutely.
PEO, and, she will be a likely candidate to be a PEO, but
Mhm.
I don't have contact with her, but I do her mother. I'll ask her mother what's going on and if she could
Okay,
perhaps do
that would be fantastic.
that's a,
Yes.
we all, ELF is, I was just saying to Kristen, ELF is one of those things that almost, except for the star candidates, practically everybody else can also get into ELF too. So for us to be able to show that this is, that one person could get 2 benefits from us would be a cool thing. I'll find
Okay.
out about her. So-
Okay,
The candidate that I have in mind also had both of them. She
Oh, well,
spoke,
good.
she spoke this year at convention, but I'm not sure which one she spoke about, but.
okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
and I think it would be, we should highlight that they received both.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay, expense reports. Each committee has $75 to spend. You just have to keep your original receipt and you sign that receipt. And then you fill out the expense report form. Do you all have that form, or should I send it to you?
could you give me an example of what kind of expenses are we talking about here?
If you have any expenses for making your convention display,
Oh,
that kind of stuff,
okay.
or if you're gonna, print a handout or something like that. The 75.
So my trip to Las Vegas wouldn't count.
Probably not.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah. So, and if you don't spend it all, that's great too.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you have the expense report form? It's a fillable form. I'll send it to
Thank you. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, make a little note for myself. Let's see, we already covered that. Oh, when you are sending a mass email, let's say to all the local chapters,
Hmm.
the best practice is to send it to you, to your email, and then blind copy everybody else. So no one can see all the email addresses.
Okay.
International has really asked us to pass that message on because some of the fishing expeditions that we have gotten word about, it's coming, they're finding those emails to the masses and then getting those email addresses. So just keep that in mind. The Marguerite, so each chair of your committee will write an article for the Montana Marguerite. The fall deadline, and you will write it and send it to me. And
Can we,
then,
excuse me, can we email it?
yes, please email. That's the easiest for me.
Okay.
So the fall deadline is September 8th, which is coming up quickly. The winter deadline will be January 7th, and spring is April 8th. So, and then I pass them on to Linda. She reads them, and then they get passed on to Kathy Manhart, who actually puts it all together for the Montana Marguerite and sends it out.
Okay.
Can you go through those dates again?
Yes, I will. So fall is September 8th. Winter is January 7th. And spring is April 8th. And then you're also responsible for writing your committee report before convention. And I don't have a deadline yet for that, but just know that it's an R page. So the report pages in the proceedings. You can go online on the Montana website and see what has been done in the past for the reports. But I will let you know in plenty of time when I need those.
Okay.
On your agenda that I sent you, I asked you to review, your committee review the programs in the program library on the Montana website. And I had said February 1st being the deadline. Well, at our board meeting, we moved it up to November 5th. So I know that's very quick. So do your best to review.
Could you repeat that again? Which one are you talking about?
So on the Montana website, there is a program library.
Oh,
And each project has a list of programs.
Okay.
So just review those programs and make sure they're up to date. Jane, I was looking at the Jane Hammer Holmgren, and there's a lot of names in there. I think those should probably come off.
Okay.
And make it just kind of more generic. So if you can get them done, so what you'll need to do is you'll have to go onto the Montana website, the program library, which is under resources. And then you can download the program, make any edits that you need to, and then send it to me.
and that date again is?
November 5th.
Okay.
And if you don't need to change anything, if you'll just tell me the name or the number of it and just say no changes, then I'll know. Okay. Just a reminder, from international, one was is that, and you can remind local chapters that they need to have their chapter vote for the recommendation before they submit names. I would assume that that's probably common practice, but maybe it's not because international asks that we remind everyone. Also, I got that for ELF, you'll receive an annual report. And Anne, I think it will come to you.
Okay.
Hopefully it will come to me as well, but it will have on it, and it'll be in April, the
Okay.
number of ELF recipients per local chapter and total loans and dollar amounts approved.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping that they will list the chapters that had a successful candidate, but I'm not sure that that's what they're gonna do. Okay. And then for my goal for the year, I would like to see that all the international and Montana scholarships are listed on all the university and colleges scholarship pages. I know that some of you have approached the colleges and they have told you, no, we can't put it on there because it's for women only.
Mhm.
I am in the process of talking to Clay Christensen, the Commissioner of Higher Education, his office, and they have agreed with me that the executive order, the DEI executive order does not apply to this. And so I'll give you a little bit more background. So I have a very dear friend that is a school lawyer. And so I just asked him one day about this because it just didn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, that schools misinterpreted the executive order. And they're just starting to figure that out. And that executive order was for funding and not access. So our scholarships are considered access, not funding. So I'm talking to Clay's administrative assistant, and she agrees with me. And so she is working, she had, everybody's on vacation right now. And so she needed to talk to a few people just to make sure there wasn't written policies at the schools to prohibit us from doing it. She could not find anything. But she needed to talk to a few people before she could give me the okay to give to you to say, go out there and do it again. But it's looking good for us that we should be able to post. So if you want to start, trying it again, or if you want to wait until we get official, yes, everybody understands that we can put our scholarships up.
I asked a couple of years ago, MSU, about putting the educational loan fund up, and was told then, that was before the current climate, that because it was a woman's only thing, that they just did not want to do that. So I'm wondering, maybe if the higher ups suggested it might be okay. Be okay.
Yeah. Gallatin College has put it on.
Good.
So, and they're under U of M. So hopefully we can, especially if we get a higher up decision saying that yes, they can be posted. I
So
did do
these would be posted where?
on the general, so each college and university has their own general scholarship website. And that's where I would like to see all of them posted.
Would you put the star as well, since it's for high school seniors?
Probably not Star.
Yeah.
Probably not Star. But all the others, including the Montana ones. And I am currently updating the Montana homepage, because if I don't know if any of you have seen that page, it's very vague, and it does not list the Montana scholarships. And so I'm redoing it so that there will be more information on those pages.
Yes.
Your terminology was good. You said it's access. What was the other term?
So it's that executive order was for funding, not access.
Okay.
And the research that I did find, just so that you know this, if you need to have this information in your pocket, on the U of M site, the Seroptimus in Hamilton has a scholarship, and it says women only on it. And they also have the Scholar Award listed under their bioscience degrees website.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of a precedence started. She also told me that she thought that most of the public universities and colleges, they redo their scholarship lists in November. So information should get to them so that they can get it up there in November.
Who would you suggest that we, like if I'm cold calling into a university or a college, who should I probably first ask to speak to?
I would say probably admissions, because I think it's under those scholarships, you go to admission and then you get a list, and then under admissions there's scholarships.
Okay.
So I think
And
I would start there. Go
I
ahead.
I just brought up the University of Montana, and I put scholarships in their search bar, and that brought me some other places and external scholarships and fellowships, and then there's a listing. Harvey's quite excited about what I found. That's my dog. Anyway, I got into some stuff there. I'll go back on mute.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure that if that's not the right place, they're going to direct you where you should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Did you guys have any other questions? Helpful hints for all that you have? Many of you have already done this before.
I haven't.
I was glad I had someone help me get all those email addresses in my contact list. She knew how to copy and paste. I was so grateful for that.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Have you been on the hub at all, the international hub?
Just briefly.
Have you figured that out? I'm still learning that. When you get on, because being a state officer, I can access things more than just committee members can. when under chapter, I think it's under chapters and groups, can you find any PEO in the country? Or does it limit you to just your own chapter?
Anybody, anywhere.
Anybody,
What-
anywhere?
Yeah, what
Yep.
I found though, I tried to look up that one person's that I emailed you that
Yes.
had sent an
Yes.
inquiry, and I didn't get anything than what I already had, which was her name and what chapter she was in. They didn't give me any
Oh,
contact info.
contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was
Okay.
yesterday, and I'll go look at it again. I'm pretty sure I was in the hub when I did that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think you.
and I just, for fun,
Mhm.
just brought up one of my cousins that I know is a PEO. So I put her
Uh-huh.
name in. And so under info, there's a tab, her name came up, then there's an info tab, and it just says that what her first and last name is she a member? Yes. Current or last chapter. Member ID says NA. Active member says yes, but there's another tab that's member information.
Um,
This is a little curious to me. It says chapters and show more. It lists her whole history in PEO,
Ah,
where
uh,
she was initiated, her next chapter, and I know her life a little bit, so
mhm.
Yeah.
that made sense to me. And then chapter leadership. It
Mm,
shows every place that she was an officer, but
Wow.
it doesn't give you any contact information.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. Well, that's good to know, because I was wondering about that. What you could see and what I could see. So
Yeah.
I can pull up contact information. So if you need that information, let me know.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions of what we might include in the article that we're to present by September 8th?
Um,
I
Go-
have some examples from the previous
okay,
chairman, but
good. Yeah, I would go off of those, and then I would probably put in there that we no longer get names of recipients, and just write a little paragraph that please let me know if your chapter has a successful candidate. I think we need to make sure everybody in the state knows that we don't
Okay.
get those names anymore.
so you want them to contact us if they have a successful candidate.
Yeah. I think that's the best. And then once you have a list, you can let me know,
Okay.
or when we get closer to convention.
Probably ought to include that in all of our three.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Okay.
Yep. And I know there's a lot of smaller private colleges around. You could encourage local chapters to get all of our scholarships that pertain on their websites too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Anything else?
Did I send you the letter that I received from International? I can't find it right now, that talked about this problem of getting all of these scholarships into colleges listed in college, in their, when they have the list of scholarships. It came from International. I can't find it, but did I send it to you?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'll keep looking for it. And
Okay.
I had presented that question to, is it Cam, who
Yes.
Right, and
Yes.
she answered it, but I can't find it. I know it's here.
Oh, yes, you did send, okay, so I asked, whenever my Zoom was for PCE, for when, the last night, the night before, I asked the question, that most colleges, you have to pay tuition before they will sign a enrollment, documentation.
Okay.
And I asked how, if they're using their scholarship or grant for tuition, how does that work? Because they,
Yeah.
they don't have the money, they can't pay tuition, and then they don't get the enrollment letter. So the answer is that to qualify for PCE, they have to have a budget plan, and they have to be able to show that they can pay for their tuition without the scholarship. So
Boy, she answers quickly. She responds right away. I've had to run
Okay.
several things by her, so.
Well, good. Yeah.
I thought of one question. I
Okay.
had sent you an email. Marie and Catherine are on my committee. Marie said that oftentimes the advisors like to sit in on the Zoom calls that we have. Is
Mhm.
that how you want?
I would love to. If I'm available and you're having a Zoom call with your committee, send me the information. And if I'm
Okay.
available, I would love to sit in on it.
Okay.
I did.
I've never set up a Zoom call.
And I'm at International Convention on the 4th. So,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
or I would sit
Well,
in.
we'll do another one. Another
Okay.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you need help setting up a Zoom, if you don't have an account, let me know and I can probably get it set up for you.
Okay. I actually have an account, so I'm good,
Okay.
but I'm sure we've got other people. Oftentimes too, you'll find somebody else in your chapter has
Yeah.
a Zoom
Right.
account and they can help you
Right.
set it up too.
Exactly. Right.
So,
And I think they've cut it down, but you do it for free. Is it 50 minutes now?
it
It's
was
going out?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can always schedule 2 Zoom calls,
Yes, right.
get out of one and go into the other.
Right.
Anyway.
Exactly. Yes.
Aren't you clever?
Yes. Yeah. And I tried, when you send me a question, I try to answer within 24 hours. So
I think that's a miracle with everything you get bombarded with.
Did you enjoy your stay in Dillon?
I actually, I had to go do it by Zoom.
Oh, that's
because
right. I'd forgotten.
I was
that.
at a wedding.
We were so excited to have that officers meeting here in Dillon.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely
I
missed
knew.
out on a good time. Yeah. But the wedding was good too. So Yeah.
Okay.
all right. Any other questions? Okay, well, I think we can call it a night then. And thank you for joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pat.
It's been very helpful.
Good.
Mhm. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.